Good. Almost there, guys. I'm just waiting on Streamlabs. There you go. Saved by the bell. One second, guys. That music. Alright. I was like, I can see myself moving. I don't know if you can see this, but it's not registering any sound on my end. This is going to take just a second, guys. Alright. see myself moving. Alright, 1 second guys, we're almost there. For some reason all the audio just basically just shut off. So what was it? Disabled. Alright, so I'm just gonna, guys in the chat, you're gonna have to let me know how the volume's doing now. Streamlabs is completely like locked up on my end. It's not registering sound from my mic, so I'm gonna be relying on you guys. You know, so please, if the music's too loud, just, you know, speak up. Yeah. Let me know. So let's get started here. All right, so hopefully everyone's having a good day. You know, it is Friday, so it is community BYOB night, but just know I'm probably not going to be drinking tonight. I don't want to go through what I went through last, well, it was early Saturday, pretty much the entire Saturday. Awesome, thank you AggroCap, volume good, all right. And guys, if the volume freaks out at any point, just let me know in the chat. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see this, but if you look here in my my mixer box, we're not registering any levels whatsoever right now. So all right. So the good sign is it is definitely not confirmed, but if we zoom in here, we have a nice, it looks like to be what possibly is a double bottom. So let's zoom in here. All right, no, it's not. We didn't get an exact bottom, but we seem to be finding nice support here, just above 9,300. You know, if you've been watching the channel, you know that our, you know, the 9,250, the 9,300, that's really going to be a critical area for Bitcoin to try to hold. This is why I labeled the chat, you know, a pump before the next dump. The reason being is we are treating our EMA 13 on the 4-hour as resistance. And if I delete this, you can see right here, we have almost one touch point, another one, and then another clear run, and now we're kind of rejecting it. The only thing that's really saving us right now from actually plummeting is, you know, it's why I love using them. You have your 5 and 10 SMA. Your green is your 5, your red is your 10. Basically just holding us up right now. If we go to our 1 hour, it looks like we tried to get some momentum here. We broke above all of our the more short-term moving averages, but once again, that's why I try to tell you guys, you can trade the short time frames, but the higher time frames are always going to have more say in what the market's going to do. So now we broke above them, and then I say above them, the short-term ones, and now we're back under. And once again, just to show you, this is why your EMA 13 is acting as resistance now on the 4 hour. So before we ever start, you want to identify the environment that you're trading in. So let's start. So, if you guys don't have Market Cipher B, if you're following along on your own charts, this is going to be your MACD. You can see here the bearish momentum is building, but I'm really interested to see what happens right in here. The reason being is we could easily just build this shoulder like we did the other night and then it'll just fill in. Or another thing I'm going to be watching for is we will fill this corner in, we'll go to the upside and be a lower high. I'm not generally bullish on this move right now. I guess we're kind of up maybe $150 today. But guys, we're under not only critical resistance areas at about 9,008, 9,750. That's going to be very, very hard to break. That was critical support areas that we've just, during every dip, that's kind of our first line of defense. And then after 9,800 breaks, it gets kind of ugly. So if we can get some selling pressure under 9,005, 9,006, like we have on prior dips, I fully expect us to continue back down. All right, I can turn this volume down on my side. So I'm sharing the link now on Discord for our live videos. I need to have a bot do this for me to help save some time. But since I had the issues, I usually try to get, while the 5-minute ticker's going down, I usually try to get these links posted. All right. Okay. So you have your 4 hour. We're building bearish momentum here. Our money flow is we are now in the red. We'll move down here to our 1 hour. Do this for me to help save some time. Since I had the issues, I usually try to get all the 5-minute tickers going down. I usually try to get these. Alright. If you look here on the 1 hour, you can see how we are slightly building bullish momentum here. But it looks like we're going to be starting our next leg down. The only really hope for the bulls here is maybe we form a lower wave of bearish momentum. Maybe you can form like a triple MACD, bullish divergence, but it's really hard for me to get. It's like the other day when we were just above in the 10,000s and we were we were up to like 10.3. It's just really hard for me to remain bullish right now. Yeah, Gabe, for sure. I will post those in Discord. So while I have you guys here in the chat, because man, even my stream, or not my Streamlabs, but my restream's not showing much. Is there any background music whatsoever behind my voice? Like, is it? Because I'm looking at my phone right now and there's nothing showing up. So if I could just get a confirmation if there's even background music. So generally right now, I would be looking to maybe short a pump. More so if we can get some buy pressure. The first area I'm really going to be looking at, it's the first area of this resistance box. And you can see, so your Tron blue here is your EMA 100. This would be really the first area or the major area I would be looking to short. Because honestly, theoretically on your 1 hour, yes, you do have your EMA 200 here at 10,000. But if we break above 9,800, I'm probably going to flip to bullish for the simple fact, obviously the buyers are going to be stepping in. We're going to be above our short-term moving averages and our EMA 100. And most importantly, we're going to be above our EMA 100 on the daily time scale, which is very important because if we look here, we are clearly under it. We're now on day 2 of closing under this EMA 100, which we have not done pretty much this entire year, since about February. You know, I've really been trying to emphasize this to you guys. The longer, and this is really for any type of resistance, the longer you are under a resistance line or box, the more difficult it's going to be. And the longer we stay under the CMA 100, the harder it's going to be to get back above it. So wait, I heard yes, there is background music, and then I heard no, there is no background music. Pretty much this entire year, since about February. Yeah, not sure what's going on with Streamlabs, guys. I posted to you guys in the Discord today. I had an insane update from Windows today, so this is really our first stream. It was literally about a 3-hour download time. This is what I have. King needs to verify it. So is there an oscillator for the red wave? The red wave? Yeah, I mean, you do here. I mean, if you're talking about your moving averages, yes, we do. In our red box here, you do have your so if you go to your 4-hour, which is when I'm looking at my moving averages, your 34 right here, I'm sorry, your 13 is acting as resistance, but you also have your important 30, which is right here. Not only do we have our red resistance line here, this is like your more critical lines, because you can see all the touch points off of it before we went to the upside. We now, your 34 is literally sitting right on top of it. And you're under, there's so much going against Bitcoin right now. You're under, you know, your technicals, you're under your resistance box. Your more predominant moving averages that are going to be harder to break are over, you know, they're over the top of you, basically holding you down. And most importantly, you're under your EMA 100 on your daily time scale. This is very important. I've literally been speculating on this. I think it's been over a month I've been talking about this. This is very, very critical. On every dip, it was our safe, you know, it was basically the thing that would hold us up. It was like the light in the darkness, and now we're under it. And you have your 0.5 fib here at about 85, 8600, but there is no rule that says you have to bounce off your 0.5. I mean, granted, yes, when you do go parabolic, you generally retrace 50%. So, you know, we have gone parabolic, maybe we do. But I mean, your next really major moving average on the daily time scale is, you know, it's about 8,100. So I'm probably going to be a buyer anywhere between 7,500 and 8,000 of Bitcoin. And seriously, all the Bitcoin that I own right now is in this same area. All the Bitcoin that I bought, you can check my Twitter post. Mama Bear verified it a few weeks back. I posted, you know, back in, I can't remember the date. It's been so many months. I've done so many trades. But I posted that I was fully, you know, ready to get wrecked buying a Bitcoin at $3,200. And I sold all of that right below 6,000 because I really thought 6,000 was going to be a major resistance, which it just never ended up being. We actually just flew right through it. So I ended up buying most of my Bitcoin here at about 7,500. I want to say all of my Bitcoin that I own is between $7,500 and $7,800 right now. I mean, granted, my value is going to be better now because I've built so much more Bitcoin through this whole run. But yeah, most of my Bitcoin was here in, you know, about 7,500, 7,800. It was really that second wave of momentum before we started going up. Awesome. All right, guys. Perfect. Yeah, I haven't heard from Mama Bear in a while. I do hope she's doing okay. But I saw an interesting article that Armacida posted. Something about there was you can check in our Discord news. But he said, or not he said, but the article that he posted showed that there's like $150 million in longs that are about to be liquidated, or that are in danger of being liquidated. It's very interesting. And that brings me to the next part. Before we really get into the technicals, I really want to go look at our Bitfinex long and short chart. I think this is going to be very important. If we look at this short chart and the shorts are dropping, that's not what you want to see here. Okay, so the shorts are rising. Very interesting. Okay, so we got your 4 hour. The reason I say that is every time Bitcoin even seems to get any kind of price action to the upside, it's generally only because the shorts are covering. And when you cover a position, so when you start your position, you're selling shares or coins that you do not own. So to take profit, you have to cover, which means you're buying back your sold positions so you can basically take profit or just end your position. I'm not sure how much I put into this, but you can see your 34 and your 34 and your 200 here are about to cross. So I'm going to type this in the chat real quick. Just so you guys know, your yellow is your 13 EMA, pink is your 34, and your purple is your 200 EMA. And red is your 10 SMA. I'm just typing these in for you guys. That should be it. Alright, there we go. So I have those posted, and I will post them also in the Discord for you guys. It's just the condition my computer's in right now. I would be kind of nervous to trying to open Discord right now. My computer's pretty fragile. We're technically, you know, from how we're standing now, it's not even showing my mic or the background music registering. So, you know, I'm relying on you guys today. So your shorts are rising. They are rising. Now, granted, if you look here at the shorts chart, though, we are kind of getting close to our you know, more short-term top here. So maybe if we sell off here, maybe the bulls can get some traction. I don't really put too much into like the technicals. I don't think shorts look at the charts as a way to enter. Maybe they do. It's something we can investigate. We look at our longs chart, and the longs are dropping. Not very shocking. So it's kind of feeding into what, you know, we talked about at the beginning of the stream. I would definitely, I mean, yes, you can try to scalp this long, you can try to scalp this short. But if you're asking for like a more long-term $300, $400, $500, $600 jump to the upside, I'm definitely not leaning long right now. Yeah, no problem, Gabe. Yeah, you might want to reboot. D-Tech, I totally would, but that's the thing. If I was to reboot, if it's working right now, I'll do some troubleshooting after stream, but if I was to reboot right now, it would kick the stream off. So, you know, as long as the sound and the background music is good, even though it's not registering on my side, we might as well just continue the stream, and I will do some, you know, like I said, I'll do some troubleshooting after the stream is over. Being that tonight is our community night, you know, just a disclaimer, guys, since the channel's kind of blown up and we've gotten a lot of subscribers, so thank you. We can no longer play copyright or whatever you want to call it, music I got like 3 or 4 flags from Bon Jovi songs last, and I actually have a warning from YouTube. So we're going to be listening to some 80s techno. It'll still be 80s community night. It just won't actually be, you know, the songs you hear on the radio. And I do apologize. I do apologize for that. Maybe I can make like an 80s karaoke. I'm just joking. You guys don't want to hear me sing. Is it copyright if I use the 80s music and like I was to make like a karaoke soundtrack? I'm literally not considering it, but does that count as a copyright strike? Like, can you use the music for famous songs and just sing over the lyric? Not over, but you know what I mean? Like pretty much what karaoke is. I've always wondered about that because you're using basically the same music and the same words. 3 hour. How's the 3 hour doing? Miguel, let's go check it out. I can pretty much tell you, just because I know how this algorithm, the indicator works. I'm pretty much, you know, before even looking at it, I can still tell you we're still holding long from 10.6. But let's check it out. Yeah. So if we go here on our aggro 3 hour, you guys, I mean, especially if you took this call, you pretty much have nothing to worry about right now. Even if you put your stop loss or your take profit at 10,000, you are seriously golden. You threw your short signal here at about 10,600. And I mean, you can see where our price action, we hit a low of, so I guess the low for this drop is about 9,320. So if you're using the 3 hour, which is for your more larger moves, you're sitting pretty good right now. Even before this call, even if you did the swing, you know, it's long, that went from 10,350 all the way to 11,000. And then if you look at the call before, once again, another one, 11,400 all the way to 9,500. And look at this long call. I mean, it's just amazing. So if you're a swing trader or a scalp trader, there's an indicator there. You know, you have the V1 5 minute and then the V2 1 minute. But let's say you don't want you don't have time for scalp trading. You want the more long calls. You know, more than $400 of price action. The 3 hour is definitely the one to go to. You can tell here you actually threw a buy at about 9,750, 9,760, and we hit a high of about 12,002. It's really just, it really is not suitable, but it really has all the time frames for whatever trading strategy you have. It really is amazing. You know, with using this with Market Cipher, or your, you know, especially really, you know, to be honest with you guys, I really don't use Market Cipher A. If you guys talk about the red, what do you call it, the blood diamonds, we'll definitely look at them. But generally, I like using the AggroCap scalping tools, and then I identify my environment and I try to find the direction we're trading in with Market Cipher B. I love the blue waves. I love the visual you get with the money flow, your RSI. It just makes it easier because honestly, I would need 5, 7, you know what I mean? 5, 6, 7 indicators just for Market Cipher B on your standard chart. So this is, you know, I really do enjoy Market Cipher B, and then incorporating it with, you know, the AggroCap, you know, V1 to 3. Really is a good combination, in my opinion. But no, we have not changed long. Nope. Nope, we are still short. So 3 hour, you're still short from 10,600. You have, and this is another interesting thing. If you look here, so this red box is resistance, but this solid red line, let's zoom into it. This solid red line is your area that's going to be the hardest part of this box to break. The bottom of this box and the middle of this box where this red line is. Look where our resistance, you know, to flip indicator is. So if we break above this and close a 3 hour above it, it kind of fits with what I'm thinking now. We break above the EMA 100 on the daily. You break above 9,800. And you can confirm, you know, a 3 hour candle above this. I will definitely flip long. And it's glad to see that the V1 3 hours agreeing with me. So if we can break above, it's what, 9,850 right now, we should flip long to a buy signal. And overall, the market will get very bullish if we can break above this mark, just on a technical standpoint. see if we were trying to scalp this. Let's see how we're looking. And we are starting to do some back tests on the V1 so we can maybe start adding the 15 minute to it. And the way you can kind of back test, guys, because there's a set time frame they're used for, but if you want to look at the other time frames, you can see the accuracy of it to try the other time frames. But I know we're definitely starting to look at the 15 minutes, so maybe we can start adding that, you know, and incorporating it. It's your 15 minute. You are lower than your anchor wave right here. This is your biggest wave. You can see we are definitely lower than it. Our 30 minute. Our 30 minute doesn't actually look too bad. But, you know, once again, the buy volume has just been super weak. We looked at the longs chart. The longs are just, I mean, absolutely stagnant right now. We only really seem to go up when the shorts are just covering, so they can just re-enter higher after they push the price up covering. So we really need some buy volume to step in, or it's not going to be good. Maybe we can get something like this. But chances are, if history like this week is going to play off, you know, or this next move is going to play off like the last week or two have been, even if we show this triple MACD bullish divergence, we're going to pop to the upside and we'll form something like this. And then this would just be even worse for the bulls case, because then you would make a much lower low. And, you know, as it's been the whole week, or honestly the last 2-3 weeks, you'll come and you'll form a large wave back on the bottom. So we're just speculating. But there's really no reason to think. I mean, granted, we are at support. On a technical support, we still are under our major moving average, which is our EMA 100. But the bulls really need to step up their buy volume. If they don't, this sell-off is going to get pretty nasty. I fully believe it. How you doing, A1 Star Stud? So we have some stuff to watch out for today. We definitely do. So let's see here. Basically what I'm looking for is we are doing some back testing on the 15 minute. I've been so busy, I really haven't had time to try to back test the 15 minute, but definitely on your V1 you want to use the 5 hour and the 3 minute. I'm sorry, the 5 minute. Let's see what our scalper's showing. Alright, so the V1 scalper. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. We're showing some resistance just under 9,600. Now, it really kind of fits with, you know, how I'm really judging the market right now. I honestly wouldn't mind a small pump. Maybe if we can go to 9,700. Anything above 9,600 in my opinion would be a decent area to start looking for a short. But let the indicators, you know, let it confirm it for you. So really I'm going to be watching my MACD, but most importantly, especially with the area that we're in right now, I'm going to be watching the longs chart like crazy, the longs and shorts. Because if you see the price action rising and it's just shorts covering, I would definitely be looking to, you know, especially once the price action goes to the upside, I would be looking to start shorting. If the longs are stagnant, of course. Now, if we see the longs start going up nicely, then hey, maybe we're going to make a recovery. It's all, you know, it's very possible. I'm stacking up my long currently. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely staying away from holding longs. Scalping is, you know, scalping's fine. But you have to realize there's major resistance at 9,800. You know, that 9,750, 9,800. Or I'm sorry, 9,800 and 9,850. That's this bottom line right here. If we zoom in here, you can see all the touch points. We have the bottom of this box, and then your solid red line, which is about 9,850, and you're under critical resistance here with your EMA 100 on the daily. This is going to be extremely hard to break, and it's something we haven't done, you know, since March, really. But it is nice though, if you do look, you know, here on the daily, we did have a nice little bounce off here. So, and it's basically right on our support box. So we'll be here for it. You know, we ain't going anywhere. I have longs from 9,400. Are you in a position? No, not. Well, I mean, I'm always holding Bitcoin. Bybit doesn't have a safe haven. That's why I don't sleep at night. But no, I'm holding Bitcoin. I'll absorb the gains on the way up, but no, I'm looking to short this pump. I'm definitely looking to short this pump right now. Not at the current levels though, because I have this feeling we're gonna really ping pong between 9,003, 9,004 to 9,006. We're gonna sit here and just ping pong in this tight range. Somebody's gonna have to step up to the plate and take a hold of this market. And right now, really, the shorts are owning this market right now. On the price action to the upside, it's just because they're covering. The longs aren't opening up positions. So the shorts are fully in control, in my opinion. But hey, this is a scalper's paradise right now, because you're in between nice resistance and nice support. So, you know, for all my scalpers out there, take advantage of this area. But just know, don't over leverage yourself. Or if you are going to use high leverage, don't get greedy. Curb the FOMO and control the greed. Because I'm telling you, it's just like it, you know, in the upper 10,000s. You all saw it the other day. The moment the hammer dropped, we were in this tight trading range, and then the moment the ball really dropped, it got very nasty and very quickly. And unless you had, and that's why I talk about having a trade plan. If you did not have a take profit at or stop loss at 10,000, and you had any type of scalp above 10,000, you probably took a pretty decent loss. So, you know, I really just want to emphasize, you know, guys, please have a trading plan. You don't want to go into a trade not knowing where you want to enter, where you want to exit. What are you going to do if, you know, this happens or that happens? It's really going to help you. You know, I love trading, but it's a game, and it's a game of who can stay the longest. So, you know, people that are over leveraged, they don't have a trading plan. They don't use their support and their resistances, because I keep getting messages, well, what percentage do I take profit on AggroCap? That's why I try to teach you how I come up with my supports and my resistances. Because if you're shorting, you want to put your take profit slightly above the support zone so you know you get filled. If you're longing, I'd like to stick them right ahead of the resistance box. Or in this case, if you're on the daily, I would put it right in front of the EMA 100 so you know you get filled. Use your support and your resistances to take profits, guys. Don't just rely on a certain amount. Is it worth being at 10% profit, or your goal is at 10% but you're at 9.5%, and you wanted to squeeze out that last 0.5%, and then the ball drops and you're at 2, 3, or worst case in the negative? So I really like to use my support and resistances for my take profit zones. Gonna be a bang bang, bro. Yeah, I agree. 12 hour? I don't even think I have a 12 hour, dude. I don't even think it'll let me add the 12 hour. Yeah. I don't know. With all my indicators I have right now, I just really don't know if I need the Pro package. Market Cipher has like 7 indicators, 5, 6, 7 indicators just in it. And then with AggroCap, which has the EMA tools, you know, honestly, if I really need to look, you know, at specific ROIs or the MACD itself, honestly, now that you guys, I can't believe I've used Bybit and I never knew they had a toolbar. It is so small. But technically, if I need to double check something and I don't want to, because honestly, the more indicators you have on a chart, the more confusing it's going to get. You know, charting's supposed to be about ease. It's supposed to be a clear picture. And when you just have all this craziness going on, it can get extremely difficult to come up with a trade setup. But man, you actually don't look too bad here on the ROI, or on the RSI, not ROI. See how we look here on the 4 hour. This is your standard RSI, guys. We're kind of creeping up to that oversold zone. We seem to find a temporary bottom at roughly about 25, 26 on your RSI, and then we seem to go back up. So the next thing I'm going to look up, let's just check our standard MACD. For all you guys that don't have, you know, Market Cipher, let's check it out. Seriously. All right. So your 4 hour, I want to check the angle of this real quick. All right, we're starting to get a little price action to the downside. So theoretically, I think this actually looks a little you're so neutral here on your 4 hour. You can see it. I mean, I guess you could say you're maybe pointing to the downside, but it's not that drastic. If we go here on the daily. Oh wow, that actually doesn't look too bad here on the daily. It would have been nicer if we rounded this out right in through here and we didn't fill in this right shoulder. But weekly. But yeah, Bybit's not going to have anything on the weekly. They're not that old of an exchange. But I like looking at the regular indicators just because, you know, not everybody has the money for all these special indicators. And, you know, we're here to serve you too. So we're going to look at your regular MACD, your RSI. We'll show you the old-fashioned way. I did this for years in the stock market. Honestly, I did this for years up until, Bitcoin 7,500. I got Market Cipher. So that was, you know, so I've used this for darn near 5 years. Granted, Market Cipher makes it much easier. I like the visual you get from it, but so we are showing some falling momentum on your regular MACD. You have your high. This is where this is what initiated this. So when you have your anchor wave, just go to your highest wave, and then you can see here we had a lower high and bullish momentum. You had your nice reaction to the downside, you know, and then you can see for this reaction here, your right shoulder here, whatever you want to call it, was much lower, so we went to the upside. But in the scheme of things, guys, we did make a lower high. I mean, you had a slight reaction off this, but I honestly believe it really played out. The reason being is this right shoulder did not outgrow this. So if we were to, so you have this small wave, you had a high wave. If we would have gone higher, that would have been a great indication, especially if we went up to try to surpass this high. But you know, we didn't, unfortunately. So we're showing a lower high and bullish momentum. So it kind of just fits with what we're thinking. Or what I'm thinking, at least. Bang, bang. I'm calling for 10K. We'll see A1 star stud. We're going to have a nice long stream tonight with Community 80s night.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently of secret societies, the secret oaths, and the secret proceedings. But we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy.
So 10K.
Just keep it minimal. And push the base now.
That would be the top of our resistance box. But honestly, I'm not going to try to short at 10,000 because you're going to be above your major support at 9,800, 9,850, and more so, you're going to be above your EMA 100 on the daily. But until then, I'm telling you, until we break above this EMA 100, I'm going to just stay bearish. Because theoretically, there really is no reason for me to try to flip. Because we have our short call from 10,600. On the right chart. Yeah. We're still short from over here. If you're on the higher time frames. So, I mean, I guess if you really wanted to, you could put a take profit at 10,000. Or maybe even at 9,850 if we break above it. But right now, I'm just really not seeing any reason to flip long. Because what I've learned with Bitcoin, especially in the bear market, just because you're oversold does not mean Bitcoin's going to go up. Just like, you know, especially Ethereum. I swear, it doesn't matter if Ethereum is $10,000, $1,000, $100, or $10. Ethereum always has, it's like these sellers, it's just they have so much Ethereum, they're just ready to sell at any price point. They don't care. Ethereum is just, I'm not a huge fan of Ethereum in a bear market. They just have so many sellers. It's like they just never run out. Granted, maybe it's a little more thin since all the ICO booms and all that, you know, they've kind of died out. So maybe it'll gravitate more to Bitcoin, but you know, the way Bitcoin moves. But how you doing? It won't let you post in the chat. Oh, if you have, I don't think YouTube allows links for some reason. If you want though A1 or A11 star stud, you could post it in the Discord and we'll look at it. We have an awesome Discord community. We have a ton of sections. We actually have a TA chart section. We have I mean, there's so many sections in there now for information with you guys. Oh, look at here. Are we going to confirm this, or have we already done it? All right, so we flipped short here. Glad something told me to come back and look at this. So we flipped short at about 9,000, just under 9,050. About 9,540. This is our scalp tool, guys. So, ooh, there we go. There we go. You're seeing our scalp tool in action. But yeah, A1 star stud. If you want to post your charts, for sure head over to the Discord and we'll take a look at it. All right, we're getting a nice fall now, guys. See if we can keep the momentum going. You can see here, your only hope is maybe you can round this off. Well, I guess that's a little way, but maybe you can round this off before you surpass this. But man, you're just cutting it close. The selling pressure is just... The bears are in control of Bitcoin right now. Oh yeah. Hey, A1 Star said, you don't have to direct message anyone. Like, we have a board so you can share your ideas. I mean, you can post it in the general chat, but we have a TA section. We have, you can post your crypto news, your profit logs. You know, there's nothing you have to, you don't have to DM me because we want to embrace your ideas. That's what the community is about, is having a bunch of different, diverse, different trading strategy. You know, everyone learns a different way. And if we can combine all of us together with all of our different trading strategies, I think we can have the best trading community in cryptocurrency. I really do. But yeah, you don't have to direct message me it. Because it's harder for me to, to kind of share it on a direct message. Because we have people that post charts all the time. Especially in our TA section. Man, I'm telling you guys, this thing is just amazing for scalping. I wish I would have caught it a little higher. We caught it about $20 after the call. Oh, yeah, damn, we're falling now. Seriously, 4,000. This is the best scalp. I mean, seriously, absolutely amazing. We watched this in live time. It literally popped right before. We were maybe a few minutes late, but so about 9,540 it popped off. What a call. Absolutely amazing for swing trading. So I just wanted to talk about this before, we continue. I know we are like the Patreon services were always going to be held on Discord. We've had a few people ask if they should cancel it. And the thing is the services they were always going to be held on Discord. The only difference is the next time you want to renew your subscription, it's going to have to go through the website. So, please do not, especially if you already have the indicator, because honestly, it hasn't even, Patreon doesn't even process payments until the 1st. So we haven't gotten anything yet. But we've had two people, or I know one person for sure that got the AggroCap. We've already unlocked it for them, and they went and deleted their Patreon pledge. So the only difference is, guys, let Patreon process your payments. You're still going to get the indicator, but the only difference is all the services were always going to be held on Discord. But the next time you renew, it's just going to be through the website. But please, don't cancel the Patreon. It was solely just going to be used as a way of, to transfer USD, I guess. But we're moving off of it because the fees are just through the roof. And honestly, we need to embrace the adoption of cryptocurrency. We're a cryptocurrency community, so, why not? But I just wanted to talk about that real quick because I've had multiple messages this morning if they should cancel their Patreon pledge. But just know there wasn't going to be any services like directly through the Patreon site. It was just solely to transfer, value, I guess. But all the services are always going to be held on Discord. Alright, see how this is playing off here. So on this call, we went long just under 9,500. We hit about 9,615. You broke your support line, which this is not really a support line. It's just the indicator to flip to long or short. We went short directly, about 9,540, and now back to the downside. You can see our current price is 9,480. Yeah, and Crypto Dawn, that's why we're one of the only people that actually do a monthly subscription. You know, because we don't want a financial means to hither your financial free, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? So we do offer the monthly service. Because trust me, $1,000 is a lot of money, and I know that trust me, it is. So it's basically just $100 USD. Well, to Bitcoin. Bitcoin fluctuates, so it's impossible to say. When Bitcoin was above 10,000 or around 10,000, it's a little easier because it's just 0.1, but no, that's why we do the monthly. It seems to be by far the most popular. You can see we definitely, this right shoulder's filling in pretty nicely here. So we definitely have made a higher high in bearish momentum. You're building here on the 15-minute. And your RSI. Everything's kind of curving now to the downside. But man, what a call here on the 3 hour. I mean, if you're in the 3 hour, you're sitting like a king right now. I mean, I would seriously, like, I mean, if you did and you're still holding this call from 10,006, I would really consider maybe putting your take profit just above 9,850. And I know you're going to be like, oh, well, I'm going to lose out on the gains from now. We're still dramatically bearish, guys. So the point of being is setting your stop, your take profit if you're holding short from 10,006 on the short call is if we do end up going above this mark, we're going to turn bullish. So you're going to be able to cover your short. But worst case or best case, which is what I'm pretty much thinking is going to happen, we go up here, we'll go back down and you get a, you know, if we do end up hitting 8,000, 8,500, you're just going to be in that much better of a position. But set your take profit above, just slightly above your major resistance. So if we fail, you're still going to be holding your great position. But if we do flip bullish, you're going to flip to long, you're going to take profit, and you can make money on, you know, both sides of the trade. But most importantly, you're going to be cashing out in profit. I mean, that's about an $800 move if you cash out, you know, just above 9,800. But use your support and your resistances for setting your, you know, your take profit, your, you know, where you're going to cover. You know, don't use percentages as your tool to dictate where you're going to exit. All right. Sure we're not missing them. What's the exit point now that we got the buy? Hey Christopher, how you doing? Not much. We haven't really missed much. What buy signal are you talking about? We're definitely not long, I can tell you that. I am not feeling bullish on this at all. Until we break above 9,850, we are not bullish. I really want to emphasize that. We're definitely, I mean, scalp, yeah. I mean, scalping is perfect, but like trying to long, a long and a scalp are different to me. A long is like a $300-400 plus move. A scalp is, you know, $40 to $100, $40 to $80, which I only recommend if you're a experienced trader. Scalping with little to no experience can get dangerous, and that's why with the AggroCap, I recommend, especially if you're just a new trader, go to the 3 hour. Use the more long-term ones. It's much safer, and you don't have to sit in front of a computer every day. I mean, the calls, I mean, we looked at them earlier today. It's just absolutely amazing. You know, like over here, this is just an example. You longed at 9,000. We went to, you know, almost 14,000. You broke your, this is basically your signal to flip to the other direction. You flipped short at 10,400. even though we did go up, the call was still right, because your basically your flip signal was so much higher. But this one's going to be a little more harder to guess because we were so parabolic. Once the trend tightened up, it got much easier. But then you flipped short at about 10,400. We went down to 9,100. You flipped long at about just under 11,000. We went to 12,350. And then this is our latest call. You went short. Actually, is this higher? I thought it was 10,006. Oh, wow. I guess I'm mistaken, guys. I guess I wasn't giving it enough credit. You flipped actually short at 10,900, 10,800. To be exact, it's 10,850, so not 10.6. So you actually got a $200 better price point. Oh, wait a minute. We're on the V2, guys. I thought I was on the V1. It was 10,600. I was like, man, something ain't looking right. Let's go back to our normal time, our time scale here. I thought I was on the V1. So, okay, exactly. It is 10.6. So disregard that, guys. I was on the V2. Make sure to check your indicators. But yeah, we did. You're still holding your short from 10,006 if you're using the 3 hour. The chat has a delay? Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. And if you guys were here from the beginning, you would know my Streamlabs is absolutely messed up right now. If you look here in my mixer, the desktop audio isn't sounding, the mic isn't showing up. So I have some work to do here after stream, especially for our community night. I'm going to cap our cup of coffee streams just because not only do I have to stream, because at this point I'm streaming about 6 to 8 hours a day easy. I have to be able, not only is there a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on to improve the stream, but I have to be able to, do the Patreon service, because there's a lot of questions and a lot of work that goes on to serving the Patreons. I guess that's what they're called now. Eventually it's just going to be called night supporters, because we are moving off Patreon, but we're just going to call it that for now. So I'm going to try to cap our cup of coffee streams to about 2 hours, because our night streams are going at least 3 hours, but they're usually 4 or 5 hour long streams. So honestly, I'm kind of running out of hours in the day. This was the best night's sleep though I've had in a long time. I went to bed at like 1 o'clock in the morning and I slept till about 9:30 because my computer had a massive update. So I finally got 8 hours of sleep. So I feel so much better. I don't know if you could tell last night in the chat, but I was so tired. I was literally running on fumes is being nice about it. I was absolutely exhausted. What are you talking about? 10,380? I'm looking at the V1 3 hour. It's definitely showing right here, if you're talking to me. Well, I mean, wait a minute. 1, 2. Are you talking about this green line right here? Oh, I see. Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So 5 minute. So with the 5 minute though, you can see not only is that it's literally coinciding with the green line as well here. I guess this is actually would be a better entry. The V1 actually flipped long, just above 9,000, about 9,570, 560, right in here. Music shut off on my end. Let's see if to get the music playing again. All right, we're good. Hey Andrew, AggroCap's your guy. He's the tech guy that helps. He's pretty much the guy that set everything up for me on Streamlabs. He's the tech genius. Him and Armacida. I don't know what I'd do without him. They're just amazing team members. But I'm just, that's why I put in the chat this morning. I'm just the streamer and I read charts. I'm a trader. I am, the tech side of the streaming is definitely not my strength. But no, he did an amazing job. But, Jubbin, AggroCap, he did an amazing job. All right. So is there any coins you guys want to look at? Let's take a look at Easy XRP. It's like the simplest one. We'll take a little break while we So XRP once again, this needs to become support now because we're actually over it. So we are holding support here at just above 25 cents. I mean, you're literally sitting right on it. It was resistance down here, but we blew past it. You can see we didn't even get to our I guess we need to go to the 3 hour. Yeah, actually, okay, so 3 hour. That's why the 5 minute and the 3 hour are the best for V1. Basically came up here, got pretty much touched the line and back down. Technically you're still holding short on XRP from just below 27 cents. So, but you break, it's like 25. It's like 25 and a quarter cents. You break that. The next area I'm going to be looking at is your 25 cent. It's just your psychological number. And then after that, you have your double bottom here, which is just above 24.5 cents. But I just remember this because it's on the Bitfinex charts. We break. That's weird. You break 24 cents. I fully expect XRP to go to the 18 to 20 cent range. There you go. I don't know why YouTube's cutting in and out so much. Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know what I would do without Armacida and, you know, Jubbin. I want to make sure this isn't. We've never actually listened to this playlist. There you go. It's like you'll know I'm not a huge fan of singing techno music. But you're on the 3 hour though on XRP. Maybe you can form this little right shoulder. Well, if you like the intro, I like the exiting page too. So, you know, here in about 30-40 minutes whenever we call it a stream, because we have a long, I have some stuff I'd like to do with the Patreons this morning. Well, actually, I have 2 static videos I need to do. I'm doing a tutorial on AggroCap. But, and I also need to do a static video for the people that don't have time for these live streams. So immediately after going off, I'm going to basically all the information we've gone over with this, I'm going to condense it in a 15-20 minute video. I'm going to make the AggroCap video. And I need to do some fixes on the Patreon as well so we can, you know, make it known to go to the website, not Patreon anymore. Let the payments process on the 1st, but after it's done, all the services were going to be held on Discord. I just want to make that adamant. But the website is the go-to, and I think that'll help people out when they're looking at, you know, AggroCap with the tutorial video, because I've had quite a bit of questions. So it kind of helps me so I don't have, you know, 50 messages, you know, on the same question. If I have a video and I kind of condense all the questions and answer them, I think it'll be really helpful. So I still have 2 videos to make. And then I have, you know, our 4 or 5 hour live stream tonight. So be prepared for that. It's Community 80s theme night. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Pretty much everything that comes in this month, you know, what was the Patreon, and then the you know, like the Patreon, the night services, all of that is pretty much on my end is going to a new computer. You know, whatever I can do to help not just bring you guys the best trading, you know, and the best, you know, presentation wise to help, you know, to improve the stream, I'm going to do it every time. So I think for me to better serve you guys, I need to get a desktop that's more powered so the graphics can be awesome. And probably give my laptop a break. It really struggles on these newer these layouts, especially the animated ones. It really pushes my laptop to the limit. You've probably noticed, especially on the beginning. The ending one's awesome. So whenever we end here, you'll see what the screen ending one looks like if you haven't seen the prior 2 streams. But I really love it. He really, you know, Jubbin, he did an amazing job. So, you know, just like all the other cryptocurrencies, guys, XRP's building sell pressure here. Let's check our 4 hour. Yeah. The only thing we can really hope for is maybe something like this. But still, that would mean we'd have a little bit more downward action. And then you would be able to have maybe something like this on the 4 hour. And you'd have your trigger wave. But I'm definitely not trying to call the bottom on XRP right now. I am definitely not trying to call it. Here comes the boom. Wow. Here comes the boom. Man, you could tell the bulls are just so desperate right now for any kind of signs of life. Like, I'll be on the Discord And I'll just be typing and I'm like, oh, we're pumping, and I'll look at the price. We've gone up $25, and I'm just like, it's so funny, scalping, but it's so funny. Bulls right now, they are just looking for any sign of life. Like, that Jim Carrey thing where he's like, oh, is there a chance? We go up $35, $40. Oh, is this it? It's so funny, guys. Hey, I hope so. I love, I prefer to trade Bitcoin above 10,000, but hey, that's why we're traders here. We're going to make money on both sides of the trade, because in the long run, if Bitcoin moons, if you trade this market, you just don't long it or you just short it, you're just a one-sided trader, you're going to accumulate Bitcoin. And that's all that trading is about, is accumulating as much Bitcoin as you can possibly get. And trading is the easiest way to do that, because you're going to have market cycles. You can long an entire bear market, but you will make more money, being a trader. It actually really doesn't matter what, market you're actually trading in, whether you're bullish or you're bearish. A trader can capitalize in any market. And it's really why I started this channel. I know there's a lot of people that think you can only buy Bitcoin when it goes up, in bear markets. But traders are the one that I think are going to prosper the most when Bitcoin actually moons. Or it goes high, you know what I mean. I don't have an ASIC miner, that would be better. The pivot. I'm honestly not a pivot trader. I know CryptoFace has the SR, but I don't know. I don't really have one way to, I'm not dogging on it. It's just pivot indicators in general. I just haven't really found a use for them yet. I'm more of an old-fashioned trader. I'll use these indicators to confirm what I'm already thinking. But, I generally look at the MACD, the RSI, the volume, and then with my supports, my resistances, it really helps. And then when you already have an idea of what environment you're trading in, you can use these indicators to help give you an edge, basically to confirm, what you're thinking, or to help clarify, if that makes sense. You stress tested off porn. Anything can mine Dogecoin. So, to sum up XRP though, guys, you have this resistance box between just under 26 cents and about 27 cents. But even if we can break into this, guys, there's going to be, just absolutely insane resistance between 28 and 30 cents. If you long this and Bitcoin starts pumping and XRP follows it, I would definitely, if you buy this area here, not financial advice, but I'm telling you, I would seriously consider taking a nice chunk of profit off the table, directly under 28 cents or just above it. The 28 to 30 cents resistance, it's going to be insane, guys. Bybit doesn't have enough information, but I can just guarantee you this box had months of touch points between 28, especially 28 cents. But that is not going to be easy to break. It's going to be insanely hard to break and actually hold above it. But no, I'll check it out after stream or whatever. I have to kind of baby my computer right now just because, like I said, Streamlabs, I'm surprised it's even working right now. It's pretty locked up. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's still nothing registering. The desktop audio is not registering. The mic's not registering. So, I mean, yeah, I could reset it, but it would probably kick the stream off. And, you know, we only have about 30 minutes left because I have 2 more videos to make, and we have our extended stream tonight. So, just because we've been talking about it, let's see how our possible gold play is going, or how it's shaping up. If you guys know, if you've watched the stream here, you know, because I do come from the stock market, I am eyeing a short here on gold at around 150. 148 to 150 is the area that I'm gonna be watching like a hawk. And the reason is look at these touch points down here. The issue with this trade, and it's why you don't want to just jump in the moment we get to these areas. You break above $151, $150, you're going to have a nice pump to about 150, 160. This is GLD. This is the gold index, or the gold trust. So you break above 150, you're going to have a nice pump to about 155, 158, maybe even 160. But man, this is going to be some nice resistance here. I'm going to be watching this like a hawk. Nice. You have about 5 charts to confirm big trades, shorted 3 accounts from 10.2. Nice. Great trade. My God, look at the SPY chart, guys. And this is what I was talking to you guys about in an economic downturn. Gold had about a 35% correction the moment the housing recession, the housing crisis started. Gold fell about 35%. The SPY index fell roughly about 55%. So if we go into a huge trade war, definitely don't think these safe havens are going to play out perfectly. Like, because I know everyone's like, oh, they're piling into gold. Well, guess who owns a lot of the gold and the precious metals? It's the central banks. They need money. They're going to cash out their gold, their safe haven metals, to make up the losses, to add capital to their reserve. I guarantee it. I fully believe that's what happened in 2008. Let's get back to Bitcoin here. It's at long. You're long at 9,438. Yeah, I agree with that. Yep. Once you get to that $50, $80 range on a scalp, I'd definitely be getting out. Scalps are not, I mean, especially in a tight trading range like we are now. You know, a good example is our 5-minute scalper. If you look at it, a good example here, you confirmed your short at about 9,567. This is the 5-minute. You fell from about $9,570, $560 to a bottom of just under 9,000. It's like 9,467. So you fell roughly about $100. And now you've recouped, you recouped about $50 of that left. So That's really on these scalps. I like to put limit orders once I'm about, you know, in that $50 to $80 range, so they fill. They don't all have to be at the same number, but leaked info with King of Bybit. Do what? Nagayan, what do you mean? Leaked info? So yeah, not much has really changed now. We really haven't really moved up. I mean, I guess we had that scalp play earlier in our stream, but it's gonna be a war between, you know, 9,400 and 9,600. We're really just gonna be bouncing in this area, with your scalp area being from 9,300 to 9,800. I'd really be trying for a scalper. I'd really be trying to take advantage of this, but just know the bottom when it falls, or we go and pump. You know, set your take profits, set your stop losses. There's nothing worse than having 3-4 great scalps and then you just get obliterated on that last trade because the scalping range gets violated. So curb the FOMO and control the greed. It's very important. So if you really want an indicator though that's going to help push you to know when you're actually going to push to the upside, I would really start watching your 34 here. Or I'm sorry, your 13. Your 13 on the 4 hour. If we can break above the 13, I will get bullish for a small little pump. Maybe to 97, 9,800. You know, to this resistance box. You can see it's very, very clear here. This is acting as clear resistance right now. Your 13 EMA. And this is on your 4 hour, just to reiterate. I didn't know how to say his name. Ngayan. I didn't know how to say it. I'm so sorry. Or Dong. Hey, is there a nickname? You know, you're a consistent user. Is there a nickname? Dong Nagayan. Is there a nickname I can call you? Oh, when I mentioned gold in 2008? Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm telling you, I know that's what happened. Because if you read the news right now, with the trade war escalating, Russia and China are buying gold hand over fist right now. They're buying tons of gold, more so Russia and China. If we go into a huge trade war and the stock market stops tumbling, you know, the recession hits, you know, banks aren't handing out loans, I fully believe they're gonna bump their cash value up, or their capital reserves by, they're gonna dump gold, they're gonna dump the precious metals. And then, just like we saw in 2008, once we start recovering gold and the precious metals, they'll pretty much recover with the stock market. I think people rely too much on gold and they think it's just the safe haven. It's always a hedge. Yes, it is a hedge to stock market uncertainty, but in a full-blown recession, what's another word? Recession, or a what do you call it? The thing that happened in the 30s? You get the point. In times of very, economic uncertainty, and the economy is, doing terribly, I believe gold will sell off. It's very clear if you look at the 2008 chart. If you correlate the dates of when the stock market really started tumbling, and you look at the price of gold, gold was not a hedge at the time. Everything was falling. Pronounced win. New win. New win. New win. The pronounced. Okay. Depression. Thank you, Armacida. Julian. 1 qubit. Thank you. I was like, recession, but what is that? What is the word? It happened in the 30s. 1932, I believe, to be exact. And if you look at the stock market in the 20s and 30s, there was a huge economic boom in the 20s. It started in, I believe it was in the early 20s up until 1928, 1929. Just kind of like now. We've been going parabolic. The stock market has been insane. Absolutely insane. I just remembered it. I forgot to post it in the news. If you guys watch the movie The Big Short, the guy that plays Christian Bale, the guy that he plays, is now called the next bubble is going to be index funds like SPY. And that's funny because I was huge. I mean, SPY was my #1 index that I traded in the stock market if I didn't want to touch individual stocks. And he's now called index funds the next bubble. So that's going to be very interesting. Is Ali. Okay. All right. I just wanted, I feel bad. Some of these names, guys, it's hard for me to, and I don't want to feel like I'm butchering it every time. So if you guys, Alibaba, so if you guys have a nickname or something, I try to write them down because I want you to be called, what you want to be. I don't want to feel like I'm mispronouncing your name every time. So we had a request for Alibaba. It's nice kind of looking at stocks. We're going to look at the New York Stock Exchange. All right, we're going to go to the Heiken Ashi candles. I'm just going to look at this trend as a whole. Just give me just a second, guys. Alright, so I found my bottom and I found my top. So the first thing I want to do is I want to look at my Fibonacci retracement. I want to see if we can find any correlations with it. So you're going to go to your swing bottom. Or your swing low, whatever you want to call it. And what do you know? So I want to make sure this is correct. Alright, so people that say Fibonacci retracements don't work, it's just insane. So if you go over here, and part of me actually wonders, now I wouldn't be moved up, I want to go to my exact swing low. If you're really trying to swing trade this, you could use this as your bottom anchor point. I don't know if we would find any correlations with this. Yeah. So I mean, if you're trying to swing trade this, you could make this your swing low, but I want to see the trend as a whole. So I'm going to use the exact bottom. So you're finding some support off your 382, but it's very clear we're breaking just above it and then we fail, which is our 236. So for now on Alibaba, let's go to our 4-hour. Oh, I need to move these moving averages. I was like, man, I can't see anything. Let's get our horizontal tool on, or horizontal ray, whatever you want to call it. All right, so we're going to turn this red because it's resistance. So we are finding some resistance here at about $180. $180 is your more short-term, your next really major point you need to break. If you can break above $180, you know, I'll really be looking for maybe the 188 mark for next. With the top, you know, you can see these touch points at about 195. But more, you know, more short-term here, you really need to break $180 if you're long on Alibaba. If you're trying to find a short-term support zone. And just to reiterate, especially for all the new people, if you don't know how to find supports, you really want to see if you can find a correlation with touch points here. And I can they're not exactly perfect, but it has more touch points, so I do want to respect this. If you saw this like drag on, you would see you have a touch point here, a touch point here, touch point here, touch point. You get the drift. The more touch points, the more sure you can be that it's going to be support. So there is going to be support on Alibaba at about $165. Your current price is $174. You're just under $175. And it also as well, if you're looking for more short-term support, I also am seeing some here at about 170. I want to get my horizontal ray back on. Alright. You can see you have your touch point here, your touch point here. You actually have a small little wick touching here and another one right in here. So 170. 170 is your next support level. After that, you're going to be looking at about 165. But for now, you need to break above 175. This is going to be acting as resistance. You can see at where we actually, if we zoom in here, we wicked right off of it. Let me get this more in the middle so you can see it. But we have a wick right off of our 236. So first, let's concentrate on 175, 176. If you break that, my next target is really going to be that, you know, this. Let's get our rectangle box in here. It's going to be right in here. And we're going to turn this box red. And I'm going to go ahead and delete this line because we don't need it anymore. Boxes are just, I like them because there's not consistent touch points and it's better visual, you know, for me, especially trying to teach from my, you know, my standpoint. So 178 to 180 is your next major resistance. But first, let's break our 236 at about 175, 176. You have support at about 170 and then about 165. With your next area, about $160 after that. This long is going to burst. Yeah, Juan. Or Juan. Yeah, I am terrible. I'm from the Midwest, okay? It's hard for me to read these names in my Midwestern, you know, I really want to say it by the pronunciation, you know how the words read on the screen. So I really apologize. Hey, 1Qubit. Hey, have a good night's sleep. Yeah, get some sleep. I finally caught up on some tonight. Or last night. I feel so much better. So 160 to 165 is going to be your nice support area right in through here. You can see your touch points across the top, and then you have your touch points across the bottom. When I do these boxes, guys, it's more emphasizing on the bottom and the top line of this. But you do have short-term support at 170. Just over 175 is your 236, and then your more major area of resistance at 178 and 180. I hope that helped out, guys. Or on the Alibaba request. I hope that made sense. If it didn't, please let me know. Alert. Is there a way to save this? Hey guys, another dumb question, but you guys are the best tech support or troubleshooting. Is there a way to save these these currencies like in your favorite? Like if you like gold or your stocks, is there a way to save this? Like so you can just click they're basically like in a file with all your popular coins. Man, something flew up my nose. But hey, does this look familiar, guys? If you fall, this was literally the first thing I ever posted when I started streaming about 2-3 months ago. This is gold. This is the gold index. Look at this. Look how parabolic it is. But it was Bitcoin. Eventually you won't. This is why I'm trying to short here. I'm really going to be looking to short about 1,000. It's about 150 on the index, but it's about 1,560 on the actual price target. But Bitcoin did the same thing. We worked out of it. We had a little spike, and then boom, this is where we are now. Look familiar? It really should. What time frame? Okay, so Gabe, if you're trying to draw support and resistances, do not use the short time frames. If you're wanting to find support and resistances, use your daily and your 4 hour. And if you're trying to swing trade, you can use your 1 hour for more short-term supports. But if you're trying to get long-term, strong support and resistances, use your daily and your 4 hour. And you can actually see here on the daily, guys, look at gold. I'm telling you, this is going to be a good short coming up. You're showing falling momentum on the daily. You're showing falling momentum here. I mean, the only really hope on gold here is on the 4 hour. Maybe you can get some type of divergence on this, like a lower level of bearish momentum. But I'm telling you, gold is looking like it's going to be a good short. Its time is coming. I fully believe our current, if you're in the United States, or even if you're not, it doesn't matter. I do not believe our current administration, with the election coming up, they're not going to allow the economy to fail. It would be horrible for his presidential bid. I physically do not believe our current president will not, even if he has to manipulate it somehow, he will not allow basically we will not go into a recession before the next presidential election. I think it would dramatically hurt his bid. And I think gold will suffer for it, but will benefit more in the long term. Just my 2 cents, guys. Let's go check Bitcoin. Alright. Let's go back to good old Bitcoin. Alibaba was a name joke? Aw, damn. Well, if you like Alibaba, there's your TA. Dude, I'm gullible, man. You can... Closing my scalp at 9,600, reshorting it for 9K. Sounds like a good trade setup. Above the clock. Maybe I'm too zoomed in. Oh, wait, it's right here, isn't it? With the lines. Add symbol to watch list. Hey, thank you guys. You guys are the best troubleshooters, I swear. 5-minute flip. Let's check. So you had your scalp. You had your scalp short that played out beautifully. Look at that. We flipped long now. So you had your scalp from about 9,560. We went all the way down to about 9,400. So you had about $100 scalp here. Now we're going to be going to the upside. Hey guys, you see the price going? We're looking good. 9,600. Come on. Let's go, Bitcoin. Okay, we're getting a little bit of rejection here. 9,600, guys. It ain't going to be no joke. It's going to be really hard for us to break and actually hold above it. If we can break above 9,006, if you are going to long this, if we do break 9,600, I would definitely look to be a seller above 9,700. Once we get to about 9,750, 9,800, it's going to be a very a strong technical resistance. And at 9, let's check. Actually, you know what? I want to confirm this real quick. I want to see where our EMA 100 is on the daily. Oh man, that actually has gotten lower. That's not good. So our EMA 100 now is at about 9,650. So man, we can break above this EMA. We can break above 9,650. I'm telling you, maybe we can flip long. Maybe this can be a fake out. That's why we really need to wait on confirmation. I know I've been talking about this being an epic short for, you know, from a long-term standpoint, but we've only been under it for about a day. And if you want to check this on your own, it is the EMA 100 on your daily time scale. It's about 9,650. And another good indicator to tell when we're actually going to really flip long, go to your 4-hour. It's a very powerful EMA, your 13 EMA right here. You can see 3 clear touch points. Well, this one not so much, but you have 2 definite touch points, and almost, you know, this one was very close as well. And that's sitting at about 9,620. You can break above 9,620. You have that EMA 100 at 9,650. So I'm almost to the point now, guys. If we can hold above 9,650, I would be willing to long this for a scalp. When you're jumping from crypto to crypto or suck, you will have to do is start typing in BTC and you'll have what you're looking for. Hey, yeah, for sure. Pamp. Oh, you thought you had it? Yeah, Andrew, I don't. Since I have all these indicators, I really don't. What is it, the 8-hour? I might have to change this music. I'm not a fan of the singing. Yeah. I mean, I might just have to upgrade this trading view so I can get these random time frames. But no, you know, honestly, I just use the really basic time frames. The weekly, the daily, the 4-hour. I'll look into getting, just upgrading. I need to do it. I get a lot of requests for like the 6-hour, the 12-hour. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. But no, I don't have the 8-hour to look at it now. I know people say you can go down here and type it, but if I do, like I'll show you guys, it pops up the error message. See, custom intervals. Yeah, see, Andrew, I just did it though. Type in 8 and change to hour. If I go down here, if you can see it, I go to 8, I go to the hours, and I press add. I get this error message. Hey, what's the withdrawal times? So it's 8, 16, and 24 UTC. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I mean, I will upgrade. I just haven't really had a need. I mean, I know it's only $13 a month. It's not that much, but... Bang! Alright, let's see now. Let's not get too excited yet. Let's check our market cipher. We're sitting here building. Money flows in the red, so we can pop to the upside. We're going to have a nice push, guys. If the bulls are going to do it, they need to do it not right now, but they need to do it today. The longer we stay under the EMA 100 on the daily time scale, it's just going to make the situation worse. Come on, Bitcoin. Let's not just have a reaction and then rejection. Let's actually push above it. We need to break. Are we officially above it now? All right, guys, we're over it. Let's hold it. Let's not make this just a free wick. Let's go to the actual Bybit chart. Hey, nice job. Nice trade, Andrew. Nice trade. All right, 9,000. We're doing really good, guys. Come on, let's get in the sevens. It would be very bearish if we sit here and we reject. We really need some momentum right now. Here in a second, after we watch this price action, we're going to confirm this is not shorts covering. I'm going to be watching 9,800 for a rejection. And it will start at about the 9,700 area, or the short-term resistance, but more so, 9,800 and 9,850 are going to be a prime rejection area. Yeah, V1 5 minute, it's amazing. You guys want to check the 5 minute? I'm telling you, absolutely amazing. It always is. Look at that. You confirmed at about 9,560. Amazing. See how high this candle.
look into your eyes, I see the future. Every time I look into your eyes, your eyes, your eyes.
Alright guys, I'm creating a poll. It's easier for me to do this than trying to watch all the yeses and nos and... Alright guys, let's see what you're thinking. There should be a straw poll in the comment section. All right, current price 9,665. All right, so we got 3 yes, then fake out rejections. We have 1 no. Let your opinion be heard. I mean, I guess it's anonymous, but... All right, chat is still leaning bearish. I'm kind of agreeing. I say I am agreeing. Just voted yes, then fake out rejection. All right, Andrew. Nice. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I voted for. Figured I'd participate. So we got 5 bears pretty much. No one is really voting on the bullish side yet. Let's check our trading view. What a call here, though. You had your nice scalp for just over $100. You immediately flipped long. I mean, this is a scalp trading machine. It's our 3 hour. Okay, yeah, our 3 hour, we still have some room. Our 3 hour, we're gonna have to break above 10,000 to flip this to a long. But yeah, we break over 10,000, we're gonna have a nice push. I think we're literally going to go back up to at least 10.3 to 10.5 if we can break above 10,000. I want to bring this to your attention though. On your 3 hour, you're forming, you don't want this to form something like this where you have your candlestick. Well, I guess that's not what I wanted. Give me a second, guys. You don't want this candle. It's not going to be good for the market if you see us form a candle like this and we just form something here in the middle. That is the key sign of indecision. It's literally, you're going to be flipping a coin. Similar to this. Very similar to this. Because you have your fake out, you have your indecision. It's like, okay, are we going to go down drastically? We're going to go up. Kind of sat there. The market still really couldn't figure out where it's going to go. And then boom, to the upside. So what we're going to go do now, let's go check our Bitfinex long and shorts. Let's see if these are just shorts covering, if the longs are stepping up. We're about to find out. Dang, that is just not good. Man, guys. I'm not trying to rain on the bulls right now. I'm not. But seriously, look at this. Nobody is opening up longs. It's the same thing like it's been the last 3 weeks. Nobody's opening up longs. At least enough to actually, like, there's not a group. I say a group. The consensus of longs, they're not opening up right now. I mean, do you see this? Like, even on our pump here, we actually went down. The longs are selling off right now. They're selling this pump. I mean, is this any more clear? We just pumped a little bit in price and the longs are selling off. They just sold on top of that. Let's go to our short chart. Watch this. If this is spiking. Wow, shorts aren't. Okay, so shorts really aren't doing much any. Or no, so I'm sorry. The shorts are covering. Wow. Guys, it's the same story. Nothing has changed. The shorts are covering. They're basically closing their short positions. They're taking profit and they push the price up. It's been like this for like the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. On these pumps, they're not because people are actually just buying the market because they're long. They're just covering their shorts and taking profit because chances are they shorted above 10,000. It's fake data. I'm just curious, how is it fake? Because there's been a direct correlation with this chart and the price action. I'm just curious to know your theory, not like calling you out. I'm just curious, like, how is it fake? I gotta change this music, guys. That music was getting pretty terrible quick. Let's see what's going on with YouTube. Now I'm glad I sold at 9,000. Well, we're only about $12 lower than it, but the longs are definitely lacking here, guys. This isn't normal. I say it's normal, but it's just hard to be bullish right now. It really is. That's why I'm kind of like, if this thing pumps a little bit, I'm looking to short it. Are we back on the singing music? Sorry guys, I absolutely cannot stand techno music that is like people singing in the background. Bruce Agents, who gets wrecked? Who do you want to get wrecked? God, this music, it is driving me nuts. Give me a second, guys. Seems like every time I switch the song, it's back to another singing music. Or another music that just has people singing in the background. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, Bruce. That's why I'm not a fan of BitMEX. They only care about the money they make off of liquidations. I'm pretty sure they hedge against their own customers. I am not a huge fan of BitMEX. I think cryptocurrency in general would be better if BitMEX never existed. And I'm absolutely not a fan of the CEO, or whoever you want to call it, the guy that runs BitMEX. I think he's a total crook. You can see across, I added this resistance line. You can see all the touch points here across. Nice. Yeah, BitMEX are crooks. But see, that's the thing, guys. People don't care. BitMEX will not stop their ways because people won't stop using them. I really think there's a lot of people that are extremely addicted to cryptocurrency and trading. It's like the world's casino, but it never shuts down. It's a 24/7 hour casino. And they will not change until people step up and stop using their services. I absolutely hate BitMEX. I wish the cryptocurrency community would step up and actually do something against these crooks, because once they stop getting their fees and they realize that, you know, maybe their users are tired of being hedged against, maybe they would disappear or change their ways. But they don't care because they've made so many millions off liquidating you. That's all they care about. They probably don't even care about the price of Bitcoin. They just care about how many positions they can stack on the long side so they can crash and liquidate them. And then once the shorts pile up, they'll push the price up to liquidate the shorts. It's a repeating cycle that never changes. Crypto community needs to step up, and, you know, if they want changes, they need to actually try. But at this current rate, why should BitMEX change? They're making millions. And the price of Bitcoin's irrelevant to them. They don't care. Yeah. They're criminals. The bullish momentum's rising. I don't know if you can see this here. Let's zoom in. This is what I'm watching for, chat. I want to see if we go and do something like this. Once we get to about this point, that's going to be our indicator to short. We would be able to form something like this. It'd be a falling bullish momentum. Yeah, 9,800. That's very true. That's where I'm looking to short, about 9,800. Because if we look at our support box that we've looked at all stream, it starts at about 9,800. Once we get to about 9,750, I'm gonna be. That's why I have this box a little more pulled down. I'll be looking to short, or at least I'm gonna start getting curious. We'll play it by ear. Yeah, the Russian, that'd be a good idea. But just know, guys, you know, Bybit does not have a USD tether pairing. So a trick I've learned that even if you're wrong and you don't want to take massive losses, but you're not sure what's going to happen, you can set up 1x leverage positions where you're leveraging your exact account value to the dollar. It's basically an artificial tether. All right, current price 9,630. Oh, let's see. All right. Yeah. We are degenerate gamblers. Mark Taylor. Yeah, that's kind of true. I just wonder, you know how they always talk about like, oh, you have a gambling problem, go seek help. I wonder how many people have actually gone to rehab for gambling issues because of cryptocurrency. I would be interested to see that. You know, like the information behind that. Alright, fix the audio a little bit. Seems like it was a little high on the actual voice audio on my end. $9,006, so we're getting some rejection here. Let's see, did we break our EMA 13 on the 4 hour? Alright, let's go back to here. Let's get our moving averages back on. I don't really want to say we clearly broke it because it's just a crazy wick. You can see above here, you could say, oh, well, we were really bullish. Well, not really. We immediately just wicked down and closed under. And the fact the longs are not even, they're not even really opening up positions right now. It's very interesting. Let's see where we look at on the daily. Where's our EMA 100 at? So our EMA 100 is at about 9,670, 660. Where did we reject at? Oh, look at that. We literally rejected the EMA 100 on the daily. If we go to confirm this, our current, it's about 9,675, our EMA 100. If we go back to the 4 hour, we rejected it roughly about the same area. It looks like we wicked above it, maybe temporarily for a few seconds. But you can obviously tell we're down. But that's a good sign that we broke above it, even if it was just a wick. But you really need the bullish momentum to really continue here. You really do. It's heavily calculated and I win. Yeah, Mark Taylor. Alright, so something I want to talk to you guys about. Let's look at our poll real quick before I get off topic. Let's get the official results of our poll. So the overall consensus is bearish. Yes, then fake out won. No one is really on the bull side right now. No one thinks we're going to hold above 9,800 or break above 10,000. So thank you to all the people that participated. But something we're also going to be adding to the stream here too. I mean, obviously it's not going to be the point of the stream. But TronBet, we actually just, or I guess it's called Wink, whatever org now. I hate their new name change. They now just opened crypto sports betting. So come next weekend, I think the Packers and the Bears open up the NFL season. So we're gonna start doing some sports betting on the website as well through TronBet. So I'm excited to do that. I can't do it right now because I have to log in through my VPN. But one of our streams here, we'll take a look and we'll do some sports betting. I'm really excited for that. I've been waiting for it, and I've been hoping it would be ready for NFL season, and it looks like it's finally here. So I got the confirmation last night that it was live. So, and it's going to be, you know, it's in cryptocurrency, and they're legitimate, like they're not going to go anywhere. The Wink token that was added on Binance, that's the DApp. And it's a decentralized application, so it's a good way to get your foot in the door if you like sports, you like cryptocurrency, and you want to support decentralized applications that actually gives utility to the tokens they're built on. Oh, sorry guys. Let's go back to the chart. It's so funny, the volume is increased a little. I turned the volume down. Maybe it's the new song. Yeah, it's funny. I just put the volume down. I decreased it just a little bit. Should be better now. Hey, Vaughn. Obviously, I'm a huge Chiefs fan. Did you see that guy, that dude without the shirt that the Chiefs player tackled? He's like all over the news right now. But that dude that like just started like he had all the security guards running after him. Did you watch that live? Or like, did you see it? Oh, the volume. Okay. Sorry, guys. The volume on my end's broken, so you're my sound check. The desktop audio's at 0, and the mic audio. So on my end, I can't really dictate to see how loud my stuff is. But hey, thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. Thanks for clarifying. All right.
You need some fucking tweezers to put that little thing away. That has got to be the smallest dick I have ever seen in my whole life. Get the fuck out of here.
This freaking background music. Wow. I don't know if you guys can hear this. Jesus.
Don't want no short dick, man. Don't want no short dick, man. Eeny weeny, teeny weeny, shriveled little short dick, man. Don't want. Eeny weeny, teeny weeny, shriveled little short dick, man. Don't want.
Yeah, you didn't.
What in the world is that fucking thing?
Hey Vaughn, are you a Packers fan?
Tweezers to put that little thing away. That has got to be the smallest dick I have ever seen in my whole life. Get the fuck out of here.
So I'm really gonna be looking to short at 9,750, 9,008. But here in a second, we're gonna wind up the stream because we have our extended stream tonight, and I have some things I have to do on the side here. Especially so the Streamlabs is working for our 80s theme night. So, and I need to get some lunch. I haven't even ate today yet. So, the chances are we're going to be live earlier, but I want to make sure I can get some food in before, especially if Bitcoin's going to get some volume coming in. So I'm gonna get some lunch here. Chances are we'll be streaming by about 6 o'clock tonight. So give me about 2-3 hours roughly. Because I still need to make that static video for the people that don't have time for the live streams. So I still got a lot of back stuff I have to do. Yeah, you're a Packers fan. My wife is a huge Chiefs fan. Oh, yeah, I love the Chiefs, man. I had my NFL jersey on last night, but I think the Chiefs open up their season. I'm not sure who they're playing. I think it's the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I can tell you, it's nice.
So, but we're gonna do a quick little summary because I need to go get some lunch, and if we are gonna pick up some volume, I want to be live for it because it is 80s theme community night. I'm probably not gonna be drinking, but you guys are more than happy to. Make sure I'm not missing. Huh? You mean Eaton? 8? Yeah, I grabbed Travis Kelce on your fantasy team. Oh yeah, he's gonna have such a good year. I just want Sammy Watkins to do something. We paid so much money for him.
You know the feeling when you're
And I don't know, he was so injured last year, but when he would play, he was such a great player. But he's just had injuries, and it seems like in every single team he plays with, he sits half the season and even when he does play, it's like he's injured. So, but he's in really good shape. I guess he said he's in the best shape of his life. I guess he did some crazy off-season program, so we'll see. But I have a feeling the Chiefs are going to be really good this year. But it's so funny how everyone's saying the San Diego Chargers are going to be better than us this year. I don't want to sound like, I'm too optimistic, but man, the Chiefs were so good last year. Our defense is just what held us back. So we're going to do some sports betting. We're going to, hopefully, maybe we can do some looking into it, or we can look into it tonight. The issue is with streaming, I have to use a VPN server to tap into the sports betting website. And I think that might bog down the stream. So we'll play it by ear. We'll definitely play it by ear. But, I'm going to do a quick summary on Bitcoin. I have a static video I need to do for the people that can't watch, and I have to prepare for our live stream that's roughly in about 2-3 hours. So, on your 4 hour, you really preferably would like to stay above your EMA 13. That's roughly at the price of 9,620. This is on Bybit. So you would really like to hold above that. If we're looking at our 4 hour, if we were looking at a price target, your resistance box is from 9,800 to 10,000. but your 9,800 to 9,850 is going to be insanely crazy resistance. And you also have your EMA 34, your pink line right here, sitting right above it. So this is going to be more so 9,850. It's going to be an area of high interest. If we can break above this, and more importantly, if we go to our daily time frame, if we can get above our EMA 100 and stay above it, which is at about 9,670, I will start getting pretty bullish. But until then, I would definitely be, scalp trading for sure. But when it comes to like maybe popping over 10,000, I want to confirm that we're going to go above the EMA 100 on your daily. And honestly, I would really like to break 9,850. If we can break and close a 4-hour above 9,850, I would be willing to take a long. I really would. 10,000, the psychological, aspect of that hasn't really held up. I say held up, it hasn't really acted as a strong, psychological number, where people add in their shorts or their supports. Yeah, TradingView Pro. I can. It's only 15 bucks. But, generally with my trading strategy I've done through the years, I just use the 4-hour, the daily, and the weekly. But your areas of interest for your major support, it's going to be about 9,300 and 9,500 is going to be your major support areas. And as we just talked about, you have your EMA 100, which is going to act as resistance, which is at about 9,670. And then, of course, your technical resistance, which is at 9,800 and 9,850. We'll zoom this out for you. But on your 4-hour, at least short term, something to think about. We really need to hold our EMA 13. This is your estimated moving average and your 13. This is on your 4-hour. So when we're basically hanging right at it right now, it's about 9,615, 9,620. Green dot, what does it mean? The green dots just mean to be wary or to be on the lookout for a possible buy. But don't just see a green dot and buy. It's not a good strategy with Market Cipher. You want it to confirm itself. So like if you were to have a buy dot here, like let's just say for instance, we had a buy dot here on the 1-hour. This would be your confirmation right here. Or like this is a perfect one right here. You have your buy dot, and then you had your confirmation with it right here. But definitely don't just see a buy dot and go jump into a long just because you see a green dot. I promise you will lose in the long run. Let Market Cipher confirm itself, or let it confirm your technical analysis. You'll be way more successful with it. But the good thing here on Bitcoin here, guys, your money flow is very much in the red, and where you can see we're much lower here. So if we can get a bullish pump here, we will have another nice reaction to the upside. When your money flow is this thick in the red and you're showing a bullish divergence, you can have massive moves to the upside. But if you have Market Cipher, I would definitely be looking at the 1-hour. You want to see what happens with this shoulder. You can kind of see us poking out here. Are we going to go up and match the high? Are we going to go over it? Or are we just going to make another lower high? And you would have a lower bullish, you would have another lower high, basically. That would push us back down here. So, yeah, the green dots, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I generally use the, I use the 4-hour and the daily, and then I'll go to the weekly. But I'll look into getting TradingView. It's only $15, so it's not that bad. I just personally haven't had a need for it. Well, I guess from an indicator standpoint, because Market Cipher has so many indicators in it. And then, honestly, if I really needed to go to a different time frame, I guess I didn't think about this. We definitely just, this is what I've been doing. If I really need to look at the 6 hour or the 12 hour, I just go to the Bybit chart, which is off Trading View. Which the 6 hour looks actually really nice here. The 6 hour has a lot of strength behind it. We're showing a nice bullish divergence right here. If you go to your 12 hour, you can see it as well. So the 6 and the 12 hour look very nice. They're looking very nice here. Just to give you a close up, this is the 12 hour. You have your 6 hour. Very nice. And now that your money flow that we've confirmed on Market Cipher B, you can see how red we are. We have all the ingredients in place. We just need the buyers to step up now. If the buyers don't step in, you know what I mean? We're just going to be in this area where we show bullish divergence. We get a little pop to the upside, and then we just make another high. Nice. Nice. That's something definitely to look in for, or, you know, to look into. So just know, on the MACD perspective, the 6 and the 12 hour look very nice. We have all the ingredients to have a pump to the upside on Market Cipher because we're over. The money flow is very red. But just remember, we are under the EMA 100 on the daily time scale. That's going to act as strong resistance. But short term, you want to hold above this EMA 13 on the 4 hour, which is at about 9,620. If we can hold that, maybe we can get some bullish momentum. But not only do you have just under 9,700, your EMA 100 on the daily time scale, but you're going to have some pretty major resistance between 9,750 and 9,850. And you also have your EMA 34 sitting literally directly right on it. So I will be on Discord till our live stream. I have a lot of work to do. I have another static video to make. And I also had people asking for an AggroCap tutorial, so I'm going to try to get to that. And then we have our 80s themed community YOB night. Granted, I'm probably not going to be drinking, but you guys are more than happy to participate. I just don't want to go through what I did last Saturday. I was super sick. So, but I will keep you updated on the Discord. And my goal is to go live between 6 and 7 o'clock tonight. So roughly about 3 hours. So, once again, thank you all for tuning in. If for some reason we turn really bullish, I will hop on live early. I'm more or less just getting the static video done, and I need to get some lunch. I haven't even ate today yet. So I need to go get a soda, get some lunch. And like I said, I have the static video to make, and then I'll hop on live again. So thank you guys for watching. You know, if you watch our stream, you know we always end. I'm a huge Chiefs fan. This is our Chiefs anthem. I'm a huge NFL, especially Chiefs. I'm just so excited for NFL season to start. So I will see you on the Discord. And thank you for watching. Let's see if we can get this playing.
Tech, Nina,
We always end on this song.
Kansas City. You ready? You ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah.
Man, just trying.
Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Welcome to the place where we run it. Place really haunted by number 58 is DT the Great, and we flaunt it. Hate and we shun it. No competition, the opposition fake. I don't think they really want it. Loud is the recipe. Loud sitting next to me, no doubt. Now we are proud that we get to see KC Chiefs come and break these geeks, make them taste these cleats. Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah. and stop him, got the heat stinger. You hot when we stop ya. Dropped when he rock. Got blocked in me casa. Ball in my city live. But I find a raw one to get beside. My lucky numbers are 15, 10, 87, 29, 7, 50, 95, 55. Red Kingdom.
Yeah.
Red Kingdom. Welcome to the Red Kingdom.
Yeah.
Red Kingdom. Welcome to the Red Kingdom.
Strange music.
Red Kingdom.
Yeah.
Red Kingdom.
Go, Chiefs.
Red Kingdom.
10, 9. Let's roll, baby.
Thank you, everybody. Static video should be out soon, and I'll see you in about 2 or 3 hours for our community night. It's 80s theme night. Remember, it's 80s theme community night.